Dan, you've hit the hot button regarding how out of touch Wall Street and corporate America really are with Main Street and what Americans want. Everybody's sold out to this ESG agenda, environmental, I say social justice and governance. And it's an agenda that really runs contrary to Main Street values. It's not what people want. So we know the problem. Let's talk about some of the solutions. Dan, tell us about Dr. David Black and Second Vote Research and where it started and what it does today.
Sure. Second Vote Research started in 2012. Dave went to the grocery store with his wife, Diane, and as they were checking out, they asked him for a donation to a charity, which he gave. And when they walked out, Diane asked him, "Why did you donate? That charity donates a lot of money to Planned Parenthood." And David and Diane are very strong pro-life supporters. And he was shocked. He couldn't believe that that charity would be doing that. And then he thought, well, what else don't I know? So he started Second Vote Research in order to rate companies on their advocacy, their philanthropy, their lobbying efforts, their policies, and stated policies by management. So they created a rating system. It's 1 through 5. If your company is rated a 1 or a 2, you're either liberal or lean liberal. If you're a 3, you're neutral. And if you're a 4 or a 5, you're conservative. And that is what I consider a 21st century social screen. And it's why Second Vote Advisors is very different than any of the other research companies out there. You can look at some of the biblically responsible funds and how they look at companies. And, let's compare our research to the Catholic community. If you look at the largest Catholic ETF, and the ticker is CATH, and you look at their top 10 holdings, that top 10 holdings are exactly the same as BlackRock's ESG fund. It's Amazon, Google, Facebook, you name it. And Catholics, so they're very strong on the pro-life issue. So if you look at that ETF, we rated it. 7 of their top 10 main holdings rate a number 1 on the life issue. So if you're Catholic, you're a strong pro-life supporter, you go to the Catholic ETF because you want to invest conservatively, and yet that ETF is rated 1 and supporting an agenda that most Catholics wouldn't do on their own. So that is why the Second Vote Research system goes a step beyond that. It's very different, and we've applied that research to the invested dollar. Now, I'll tell you, if you look at the S&P 500, 73% of the companies in the S&P 500 rate a 1 or a 2. 73, then 27% rate neutral. None rate 4 or 5 on their composite scores. So if Second Vote rates on 6 issues and you average that out, there are no conservative companies. Really, the best that you can do is hope for is neutrality on all issues. So what Second Vote Research does is they rate on issues that conservatives care about. So if you're a conservative and you care about the Second Amendment issue, we rate companies on that. Now, there are companies that can be a 4 or 5 on that rating system, but most are 3, and obviously most are 1s and 2s. So what I'm trying to say is that there are no conservative companies overall in the S&P 500. So you have to work with companies at the issue level, and that's what makes us different.